Learning Objective 1 in Section 6.1 is to interpret a scatter plot for bivariate data, being able to determine form, direction, and strength of a relationship. Bivariate data means that we measure two variables on each individual. In order to create a scatter plot, both of those variables need to be quantitative. Below are the final exam scores of 12 high school students and the number of hours of video games played per week on average. Notice that final exam score is quantitative and number of hours that video games are played per week on average is also a quantitative variable. We have a scatter plot along with the data, and this question asks us to describe the form, direction, and strength of the relationship. So let me move this up so you can see the data and the scatter plot. Form is the general pattern in the relationship. We're particularly interested in if there is a straight line pattern or a curved pattern. The pattern here doesn't look like it's curved, so we call that a linear form. Direction has to do with the slope. You can see that as the number of hours of video games per week increases, so as we move right along the horizontal axis, the points in the scatter plot are becoming lower in general. There's this general downward trend. A downward trend like this means that the direction is negative. And the strength of the relationship has to do with how much scatter there is in the points. If all of the points fall directly on a line, then there's a very strong, actually a perfect relationship. If the points are very close to a line, then it's a strong relationship. If there's a lot of scatter, then it's a weak relationship. As the scatter looks more like a horizontal cloud of points, we would call that a very weak relationship. I can still see sort of the linear pattern here, and so we would say that this is more of a moderate strength. So here's how we might describe it. The form is linear, the direction is negative, and the strength is moderate.